Wonderful.
I hope that tea is good, Florent.
Yes, it is good because it helps me. It should help me to lose weight, but we'll see if it's efficient or not.
It's a perfect timing. We're going to be talking about caring, Florent. So we're all with you.
Yeah. Okay, so good morning to everyone. Good morning, Yannick. Good morning, Hugh. Good morning, Terry. Good morning to our audience that is here today on time. Well done. And we are looking forward to add value to you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bonjour.
So how are you today, Yannick?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. How are you guys?
Well, I would like to share what I heard on BBC4 this week. You know, it was really interesting because on BBC4 this week, they were talking about actually the care home sector and how, correct, on Monday. And I'm sure that some of you are going to be familiar and certainly listening to the BBC. And what was interesting is they were talking about ultimately the care home sector not being profitable. And therefore, you might just be wondering, how can therefore, for individuals, for people today, are going to be trying to tell us that actually the care home sector is actually a profitable investment. And therefore, I think you're going to be here for a surprise, because it is possible and true that, you know, a big chunk of the care home sector is not profitable. However, if you have the understanding, the ability to have the right team and pick up, I would say, care homes which are going to be profitable, you're going to be able to invest in a sector that is going to be high growth and profitable. So I think, you know, I'm sure that if we're here today, and if you are here today, is because maybe you have heard about the BBC. And therefore, you might be that person, investor, who's going to, you know, having to think, am I making the right decision? You know, and we're going to give you reasons why investing in the care home sector is going to be worthwhile for you. But maybe if you're going to be an experienced investor, you're going to think, well, I need a high growth and the care home sector. And we're going to give you also, I would say, the case studies to back it up. So you really have real facts today. You, Florent?
I think there are other things that have been in the press and on the news in the recent past. And one of the other things about the care home sector, which has had a lot of publicity, is the growing need for services and the waiting lists which exist for people who want to go into care homes. And I think that tells us that there's a market out there crying out for good quality provision of services. So I think we're here at exactly the right time now.
Awesome. So I will start with my first question to Yannick. So Yannick, why do elderly people move into care homes?
Good questions. People live to go to care homes for many reasons, you know. First of all, they need to find connection with other people. I read last week that 4 million of people in the UK feel lonely at their homes, and they are looking for connection with other people to make new activities. That's one of the reasons assisted living is growing over the last years. They also need to have assistance from other people. You know, when you have dementia and you want to take care of your relative affected by this kind of ill, you want to find the right structure to take care of them. That's why people go to care homes today.
Amazing. So I have my first question to the audience, because we want to make this webinar interactive. So I'll ask you a question to make sure that we get to know each other. So are you an experienced investor or a first-time investor? So I'm looking to see to receive an answer from our audience today, please, in order to know how to communicate with you better. I'll give you a few seconds to have time to answer to this question. I think my question, I did not put it properly because I should give you two answers. I asked it two things in one, so you do not have a proper opportunity to answer, because I should put like experienced investor and first-time investor. Thank you, guys. I just realized that. So, okay, so I see that probably some of you are experienced investors, some of you are first-time investors, and we'll continue with the next question to Yannick. So, what are the main issues that care homes face today, Yannick?
Very important main issue. When you are in a care homes, you know, one of the first issues you have is the quality of food you give to residents. It's very important to be very careful about that. You also have to be very focused on the quality of staff, and very important to have right staff and to be able to retain the right people in your team to take care of your resident. The first point is to have a good relationship with your resident. You know, people go to care homes because they want to find a link there between people, and your staff is working for that also. It's very important to be careful about that. And the last point is the pandemic. You know, today we have a new era of healthcare sectors, and pandemic is very challenging, and we have to be able to offer the best solutions to manage pandemic like COVID-19.
I like what you said, Yannick, because it's true. You know, there is a need also from, you know, I would like to take the perspective also of, you know, the family who's going to be sending a loved one, you know, somebody you really care about. And what you want is this element of staff that, you know, are going to really, you know, be compassionate, people who are going to be caring, you know, truly, genuinely. And I agree that sense of community is what our strength is in being able to identify, you know, in the care home sector, those which are not just profitable, high growth, but also have that element of staff, those staff members who are really, you know, caring and dedicated to their resident. And we're going to be surprising you in the follow-up about some information that will really keep you, I'm sure, I would say, surprised by, you know, the quality of the people who actually work in care homes. So, no, it's really important points you've mentioned, Yannick. Thanks.
Yes. And because I want to, sorry, Hug, I interrupted you. Yes, you wanted to say something. Apologies.
Well, I was just going to emphasize the point about the staff and how critical they are to the well-running and good management and relationships associated with the care home. That I think the one critical issue there is making sure that you can recruit, retain, and motivate your staff to continue to provide the level of service that you want to provide. And for us, the level of service we want to provide is a very high level of service.
Yes, indeed. And this is the most important thing. Because I also want to keep our audience engaged, I just would like to ask another question to our audience. So are you a private equity investor? Please, you have a few seconds to answer to make sure that we address your questions and make sure that we add value today to you. So please take your time to answer to this poll.
And it's true, you know, as people answer, you know, when you speak to, again, those family members, they want cleanliness for you know, their family relatives going to the care home. Also, what I've, you know, when speaking to people, they also care about how do you create that homely, I would say, you know, feeling environment. Mm-hmm. So the fact of bringing those personal belongings to the care home is also, you know, a vital part. So this is where, you know, when you start and you're able to really select very carefully the right care homes, you really have a path to not only care for those people in-house, but also, you know, provide long-term, I would say, growth for them and of course for the business owner and the business in general.
Okay, so wonderful intervention, Thierry. Thank you very much. I would like to ask Hugh, please, how many types of residential care homes, residential home exist?
Thanks, Flora. Good question. There are many different types of residential homes, and you can start at the less intensive end of the spectrum with sheltered accommodation, which provides or a residential home, and it graduates through to a higher level of medical attention for the residents there, right through to full dementia care or hospice care for cancer sufferers mainly. And throughout that range of care homes, there are all sorts of different intensities of medical care or just personal care, which is available to the residents. And some of the care homes are provide a mixture of those sort of cares. Usually hospice care is on its own. I hope that answers the question, but maybe somebody else would like to add a contribution to that.
I think, yeah, you give a good list of kind of care home we can find in the market. We also can have assistant living facilities where people come here to find a community, to find a new family, you know, to find activities and to live with others and to meet new people. So that's very important for them. So that kind of facilities can be added to your list to complete it.
Awesome. So because I was also would like to keep engaged our audience, I would like to ask another question. Are you a decision maker into commercial acquisitions? Please take your time to answer to this question. We are asking you these questions because we want to get to know you in order to speak better and be relevant to you. So if you might take the time to answer to this question. In the meantime, I'll prepare the next question, which will be, why does a care home business owner want to sell his business, Yannick? And
good question. And before to give you the answer, let me share with you a short story, long story short, in fact. When you are a business owner, you are 60 years old, you manage your care home businesses for more than 20 years. At a certain time, you ask to yourself, what will happen the day I die to my business? Who will take in charge of this company? Who will be in charge of my legacy? And most of the care home businesses are family office. You know, your family take care of your business after you leave and are not able to manage it. But some of the business owners have no line of succession. And this guy don't know how to manage this problem. And that's why we are here for them. We are here to help them to find solutions. We are here to give them the opportunity to have an exit strategy to their businesses and to maintain their legacy. And I have a question to the audience. Is there some business owner who think about what will happen to their business after they leave? Is there a business owner who have a succession plan? If it's not the case, we are here to talk. And I will be happy to have a chat with you.
Well, in order to continue with your idea, also I will ask the audience if in the audience it is there are business owners or employee of a care home. So I also launched this question to make sure that we get to know you, and also we add value by talking relevant things. So the next question, it will be to all of us, to you, Yannick, to Thierry, to Hugo. So what are the criteria to target the acquisition of care home companies in the UK?
I'll be very happy to try and answer that question, Florent.
Please do so.
I think without saying exactly what the criteria are, we plan to build a fundamentally strong business, providing a high quality of care to the people who buy our services. Excuse me. In so doing, we are looking for businesses that we can acquire, which will help us to achieve those goals. I think that's it in a nutshell.
And this is amazing. Yannick, do you want to add something else?
Yeah, what said, yes, to complete what you said, we are looking for well-performing businesses. We are looking for businesses where we can help the business owners to find an exit strategy and to unlock the potential of this company. That's what we are looking for. And we offer solution to them to make sure that they continue to take care of their community by their businesses. So that's what we can do. And we can talk in more detail about the criteria. We have a lot of criteria to look at it, but we can take time with people, investors who are interested to know more how we target them, to give them more insight about our approach. And we know there are a lot of opportunities because the good business you want to buy are not for sales, you know. People who really want to, when you want to make a good deal, don't look at the advertising. You will be part of the 95% of the people who are stuck at the end. Look at the 5%, and that the value we had to investors. We had this value to focus on the real profitable care home businesses in the market. That's where we are positioned today, and that's the value we can bring to any investor interested to know more.
Well, thank you for your answer, Yannick and Hugh. I would like also to ask another question. So why did you choose Yannick and all other members of the team, Thierry and Hugh, to get involved into the care home industry?
Good questions.
Maybe, Yannick, maybe it's also my opportunity to say, we are here because we bring, a different perspective. What I want to make sure I can bring to the table is a truly, international experience, certainly in services and other industries. And my objective is to bring constantly to a business, critical, creative thinking, and this is what the team is all about. I've realized, when approaching business owners, is that they want people who are not just going to be buying over their business, but it's also, how do you make sure you continue the work that I've been investing in for 5, 10, 15, 20 years? And, they're caring about their resident is also a caring vis-a-vis to the staff and the family members who are going to be sending, those relatives to the care homes. And our job is to make sure we do just that. And this is why, I think we all come from a different perspective and background, but we are able to open, new doors in the way we're going to be helping the business owner and the new, I would say, team moving forward, keeping, of course, the current management in place because they are doing an exceptionally good job. And I really want you to, look at the case studies we're going to bring to you today, because like Yannick said, you just need to focus on the 5% who are going to give you that high growth, high return. At the same time, really resonating with, I'm sure, yourself and your audience and maybe the people investing with you. So it's going to be an exciting case study we're going to be sharing with you in the next few minutes. Yannick.
Thank you.
Well, because I heard about the personal story of Thierry, but I also would like to know your story, Yannick, and how did you get into this field? What motivated you?
A friend of mine had an issue with her father who was dementia, some years ago, and she has an opportunity to work in Australia, and she was very worried about the fact that she will leave her father without any help. And we're starting to look at what can be the solution for his situation, and care homes, where was the solutions for them? And we have to look at the kind of services, because as you said before, we have many kind of care homes. We need to focus on the care homes who offer nursing services, taking charge dementia, be able to secure the resident when they are in their care homes. And that's what we are looking for her. And we find a very good, very nice care homes in the northern London. And she can put her father in this place, and she can move to Australia to continue his professional career. That's why I discovered that the care home market offered new opportunities, and it was very interesting to discover this market and to say, okay, we can do something more. And that's why this team is there. We can do something more to this market. We can add more value. We don't have only issue with the resident. We also have issue with the employees. You know, the salary are very low. We have issue with a business owner. We want to retire and we don't know how to do that. And we have solution with an international team to unlock the potential of this company.
Awesome. That's why I joined your team, and that's why I'm very happy to be here. And also, I'd like to ask the same question to Hugh. How did you come into this sector? I saw that you have many years experience, but I'd like to know more about your experience, Hugh, because this is very important for our audience to know.
Well, I think it's common to all of us. I think we want to do something useful with our lives, with our professional lives, and we talked earlier about there being a market need here. Well, what better market need to satisfy and do something useful at the same time than to contribute to the healthcare of people? I've spent most of my life in the healthcare industry in one frame or another, and at present, as well as the Nexium Vitalgate operations, I'm involved with the Royal Hospital for Neurodisability in London, which caters for brain injured and spinal cord injured patients who are very heavily disabled. And I think it's a very worthwhile cause, and it links very well with our operations that we're talking about today.
Yes, indeed. And I really love this sector because it's a sector that is offering you a huge potential for growth, but also exactly as Yannick said, doing good for the society, and also as you said, doing good for the society, and also do a business, a conscious business, this is all what we are talking here about. So I would like also to ask the next question to Thierry and Hugh and Yannick. Why now? Why did you choose to be involved in this sector now?
I'm happy to continue to answer that question as well. I think we don't have the possibility of entering it yesterday because it's gone. So now is the best time to do it. The need is there. The need is increasing, not only because of people living longer, but because of healthcare improving, and also people's disposable incomes are a bit higher than they've ever been. And so their ability to pay for the services that they want to have a comfortable time in their later years has never been better. And I think that's a market that is crying out for to be provided for, and we're here now. It's the right time.
Okay, Yannick, would you like to add something, or Thierry?
Yes, I can add just there's a lot of opportunities. You know, we are working on case study letters, and just a bit information about the story behind the case study. We have a lot of baby boomer business owners who want to leave. And in this case study, we spend one day to make a deal. I just call the guy. I ask him if he wants to sell the businesses. And in less than one day, we target the price. We find the price. Because there is a lot of well-performing businesses with business owners who want to retire, but they don't tell to anyone they want to do that. They don't say it. No one knows it. If you don't ask, you don't get. You know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, which means if you don't ask the question to the business owner, you will never know. That's why they are part of the 5% of the market where very, very profitable businesses to buy, to acquire. But nobody's know it's off-market deal, you know, and we have to look at them to create something great, to add more value to the community, and also to be profitable.
Thank you very much, Yannick. Thierry, you wanted to add something else, right?
I wanted to say that we know that, you know, the population, the elderly population is growing, and we know that the needs are going to become, you know, higher. On the other hand, we want to make sure that we support people, and the families want, you know, care homes to support their loved ones in a way that is respectful, you know, clean, safe, but also maintaining, you know, intellectual activity, and you know, healthy living. And that's why what can happen is either you embark in a journey in identifying those, you know, profitable, you know, high growth care homes now, or maybe you're going to miss, I would say, the train. So I really think that, you know, looking at the case study will be interesting to discover why they are definitely 5% of the care homes, and not just in the UK, but also internationally, as we've studied, you know, outside the UK, the care home sector, that we can grab today, that you can grab today with your investment.
Well, thank you very much, Thierry, for this answer. And I would like to ask the next question to all of us. First of all, to Yannick, to Thierry, and Hug. So why investors should choose this team to invest in? Can you please showcase the team of the experience of the team? Yannick, because you know better all of us.
Yes, we have an experienced team of many expertise and skills in healthcare. We have an expert in care homes, M&A transactions, financial, corporate, and we have many expertise. We have doctors also in our team, and when we target company, we want, like I said earlier, unlock their potential, which means we take in charge. We take in charge of marketing. We take in charge of legals. We take in charge of IT services. We take in charge of HR, and we give the opportunity to the management team of this company to focus on what is most important: take care of the resident, manage the day-to-day activities, and make sure that they add value to their clients, they add value to the resident, and they add value to the company. We want to focus on we want to give an opportunity to the management team of this company acquired to focus on what is the most important, value their skin, and take care of the resident in the same time.
Well, thank you very much for this. Would you like to explain a little bit this slide?
Yes. When we target a company, the main question we ask to ourselves is how we can be helpful for the business owner in charge of the business. How we can imagine a solution for him, because like I said, we focus on baby boomer business owners of care homes. This guy who have no line of succession, this guy who are thinking about the legacy of their businesses, and who are thinking about just turn off the business. And we tell them that it's not too late to find a solution to your situation. It's not because you don't have a succession plan, it's too late. We can find a solution for you, and we can work on it with you. We have expertise, we have people who can help. And that's why we show them the possibility to maintain the legacy and to take care of their employees. And we focus on the well-performing company where we have liquidity, where we have stability, which means company with more than 15 or 20 years of track record in the UK market, very important. We are very focused about the performance of the company before to talk to the business owners. And we do our due diligence before to imagine to have a discussion with them. Because like I said, You just have to ask them the questions. And it's like a wow effect. They say, I'm interested, I want to know more. And because they don't, they don't say to people they want to sell, but they have a question in their mind and they say, how can I do that? Because when you decide to sell a business, just for information, when you decide to say, I want to sell my business, and you advertise these informations, you can, your employees can leave the business because they are afraid. They say, wow, the guy is leaving. I'm not sure that the new business owner will take in charge my job. I need to find something else. That's why they are very worried about this situation, because it's like a chicken egg situation. You want to sell, but you don't tell to people, and you try to find a solution, and you say, what can I do? And we are here to say, we can help you.
And
that's what I can do.
Yannick, this is where I think, you have a lot of strength, and I congratulate you for having managed, to basically get business owner to see the relevance of what we bring to the table. Maintaining that legacy, taking care of the residents, taking care of the staff, ongoing. And this is where, some of the reasons you need to invest is because, you have profitable high growth. You have people who are committed to their residents and staff. So you need, of course, to identify those, maybe work with us together. And this is where it's really exciting, I think, to be able to, to start connecting with those people and actually showing them that, there can be a bright, caring future. So, Yannick, thank you for all your skills, because you managed really to talk to them in a way that it resonates with them, and you really allow them to see a bright future for themselves.
Well, I really also appreciate the experience of the team, Yannick, that you managed to put together, because I think this is very important, especially for the investors side that we're going to be part of the holding company journey, because the holding company is looking forward to do care home acquisitions. So I have some questions that the investors might have in regards to the holding company. What is the exit strategy for the investors that you envision in regards to that you envision, Yannick?
Good questions. We offer them the opportunity to participate to a growing business where we focus on well-performing company, and our exit strategy is whether to sell the business when we are big enough, because we target to make between 25 and 30 acquisitions. And with this size of businesses, we can imagine that we can sell the businesses to big player in the market. That could be a first exit, where we multiply the EBITDA of the company build between 10 and 20 times the EBITDA we wish at the end, or we can just make an IPO also. We can discuss in more details about what we can offer to investors, like an exit strategy. But we are here to grow. We are here to create value. We are here to be profitable. And like I said, we focus on well-performing company with liquidity, with stability, and with potential to increase their performance for the future.
Awesome.
So we have solutions for them, for investors, and we are happy to talk with them.
Awesome. I really like the fact that we are a solution for the business owner, for the care home business owner, but we are also a solution for the investor, because we bring everything in under one roof, and they have the opportunity to participate into this successful journey. So in order to continue our discussion, I have another question. So how much do you predict to be the return on investment? What will be the multiple? I know that you already explained, but just to emphasize this, usually in the care home industry, the exit multiples, how much it is.
How much? I think it's we have to be careful about numbers when we discuss about the fact. when we look at the businesses we want to improve and we have to focus on the fundamental. We have to focus on what is most important of the business, and we have to create the opportunity to increase their performance. If you want to know how much exactly, we have to discuss in more detail about a real case and in more detail about what can be possible.
Awesome.
And I invite the investor to discuss with us. We are available for that. It can be after the webinar, or they can book a meeting with you to know more about what can be possible about that.
I really like the answer. Indeed, it's right. It's correct what you just said. So, and to continue, I have another question. So today is a question day. Questions day. So, how many rounds of investment do you plan to have? If you may answer, Thierry and Hogue.
I would say today it's impossible to say exactly the number, but what is guaranteed is that, you know, there's an opportunity first in the UK, you know, to grow the business. We talked about maybe 5%, which is a good number of profitable, high growth care home that we can, you know, purchase. And we mentioned 25, you know, to 30 over the next 5 years. There's the same situation abroad. So there's an opportunity to grow abroad and bring the same value added. So the return on investment is going to be in that growth strategy, still maintaining, of course, the legacy that have been created by those business owners. And the case study we're going to present is going to show how, you know, they have been, the management team and the business owner today have been doing great jobs. So Yannick has been doing a great job in being able to identify and select those people and really very promptly, very effectively, you know, show them the value that we're going to be able to bring to their business ongoing.
Yeah, would you like to add something else, Yannick or Hogue? Okay, in this case, I will continue with the next question, which will be: what are the management? What is the management composition? What is the team management composition? And what is the strength to deliver their strength to deliver the business plan?
You?
To answer that question, thanks, Flora. I think first of all, there's a fundamental point here that what we're looking to do is acquire well-managed, successful businesses. And when we do that, the first thing we're going to make sure we can do is retain and motivate the existing management team and make sure that they're secure in their positions and are able to carry on running a successful business. We aim then to add value to that by doing some of the things that they don't have time or resources available to do, by the provision of central functions at a high level. And that's the skill set that the management team of Nexium bring to the party. I'm sure you want to add something to that, Yannick.
Yeah, you're right. We bring them the opportunity to focus on their businesses, and we centralize some activities for them to add value. And what you say is fine. It's fine. I can add more. You say the right thing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, and I see this slide. Would like to explain a little bit about today's case that we are speaking about exactly.
Yes, we have today a case study which is a real investment opportunity today to acquire a group of 5 care homes for 10 million. And we have different level of entry tickets, which can be for an investor 1 million or 10 million for those who are interested. We also have another opportunity to buy a small care homes for 2.5 million, and the entry tickets can be £500,000. But let us focus, if you agree, let us focus on the case study, which is a real opportunity where the business owners is really involved in the business and want to make sure that someone else can continue to grow his legacy. Is starting 70 years ago. Yes, please. Good. Yes, here is the business opportunity. It's a group of care homes with a long 70 years of experience in the market. They are growing over the years. The business owners is very involved in the management of the company, a strong management team. They have good results, as you can see. We look at the KPI to make sure that we make the right choice when we target this company with an EBITDA margin over 20%, which is a very profitable business in the care home. Just as you know, today, care homes, the majority of care homes have profitability between 5%, 10%, and sometimes 15%. So when you find a business, we are able to maintain a ratio of EBITDA margin over 20% for many years. It's a very good business, you know. You just have to say, wow, and you don't have to advertise these kind of businesses for investors or for people, because then you look at the numbers, you look at the liquidity, the high level of liquidity of the businesses, the high level of stability. You look at their reputations, which is rating 9.5 out of 10, the high level of occupancy rate, you can say that's a good opportunity. And the business owner, like I said, doesn't think about selling his business. When I discussed with him the first time, I just asked him the questions. And you know what? He told me one thing. Because you are the first one who asked me the question, I want to sell the business to you. That's it. And we just discussed about the price and we find an agreement, and that's why we are here today. This opportunity is just one of the many others we can find in the market when you know how to look at the right high growth factors. You know, when you focus on then you get the high growth multiple to be fortunate in the future for your businesses. That's the core value of our business. Focus on what is the most important, profitable businesses in the UK market and oversee.
And as Yannick mentioned, and we've said earlier, there are those high growth, profitable businesses. Of course, our job is to find them and to work the deal and work with you. At the same time, there are some really outstanding, I would say, performance levels which are achieved by those care homes. Because as you can see, you know, the level of occupancy can be in the 80s and even in the 90s. Some of them, you know, don't use marketing. So they don't have any marketing budget. Mm-hmm. So that means that internally, they have their own secret recipe to still maintain a high level of occupancy despite having no marketing. So it just shows you how, you know, with the right management, the right process and tools, you're able to really have that legacy continuing year after year in a profitable way. And that's the investment opportunity that you have in the care home sector.
Okay, so we have 15 minutes left from our webinar today. So I'd like to give the opportunity to the attendees that we see it, that we have to ask some questions. So if you'd like to ask any question, we have a Q&A option at the bottom of the webinar where you can ask questions. So please use this opportunity, this Q&A button that is at the bottom of the bar in the webinar. Then you can ask questions and we will answer to the questions. And by the way, I'm so excited about this journey because I see the opportunities. I see that this sector is always will be there. It's here to stay, and it's here to give a good return on investment as long as you identify the right opportunities. And exactly as you said, Yannick and Thierry and Hugo, like the numbers are important, and also the strengths of the team, the experience to keep the team unified, and basically make sure that whatever the business owner build, it stays and he can leave a legacy, because he can make sure that the employees will be there, and we can provide, we care about the employees, because a good business is made out of people. So it's important to train properly the people and to make them to understand. So if you have any question, if you don't have any question, for example, if you have, you can ask in Q&A. Otherwise, you just you can send an email to my email that you already have it, or you can connect with Nexium Vital Gate on YouTube. And also, sorry, on LinkedIn, for example, you can find Yannick Babakana on LinkedIn. Also, you can find Terry Bell as well, and also Hugh Rees that can answer to all of the questions. And then we are looking forward to work with you, to collaborate with you, either if you are a business owner, a care home business owner, and you are looking for an exit strategy, to collaborate with you. If you are an investor, we are looking for you to take you on board and participate in this journey, in this mergers and in this acquisition journey, where the group several businesses and grow the revenue, and then provide a good multiple once the company is ready to be when the founders and investors are ready for exit. So if you'd like to add anything else, Yannick and Terry and Hugh, please do so, because we have a few minutes left, and then we wrap it up because time is important.
You're right. If I can add some things, I would say the right time is now. The opportunity are there. Due to the pandemic, the opportunities is increasing. And if we have to sum up the 5 reasons to invest today in the care home market, first of all, the market is growing. We have unmet needs in the market. We have a lot of business owners who want to leave their businesses and maintain their legacy and have no exit strategy. And we are here for that. We have a very well-performing company, and these care homes is just an illustration of what kind of business you can find. When you look at the right KPI, when you focus on the right growth factors of these care home sectors, you get some wonderful company to buy, some wonderful company to acquire. And like I said, the best deal are off-market deal. That's very important. Pandemic creates a new era of care, and we have to be the first one in this new era to make the difference over the next 10 years. Like every time you think about a business and you think about the exit strategy of your business, you have to say, hey, in 10 years, what will be the future of this business? I want to be part of it or not. And today, the care home sector offers us the opportunity to create something great, something which has more value to people, more value to community, more value to business owners, more value to staff also. And Nexium Vital Gate is the vehicle to take away pain to business owners and make sure that we move our legacy to the next level. That's what I can say.
Yes, so would like to add also last few words for this webinar.
Very good summary, Yannick. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't think I can add anything to it. It's a very good summary.
Awesome. Okay, in this case,
it's really, Yannick, thank you so much for summing up. I think that the moment is now, and what we do differently compared to others is that we understand the care home sector. We know what can help us resonate with the business owner, and certainly we care ourselves enough to make sure that he knows that we will take care of the resident, the staff, and the legacy they have built over the years. And this is why you can invest in the care home sector with really profitable opportunities, high growth care homes, to be able to move forward effectively. So I hope definitely the case study was relevant, and being also rated 9.5 out of 10 shows that you have people who really go for high quality, for their residents. And those are, ultimately ratings they're able to keep year after year, and strongly, 15, 17 years and more of experience they have. So it's an exciting way, to contribute to society and being able to invest in something which is meaningful and profitable.
Thank you very much, Yannick. Thank you very much, Thierry. Thank you very much also, Hug. And get in contact with the team, with us. You can find on LinkedIn. You can find the company on LinkedIn, Mixon Vitalgate, and also you can find Yannick. You can find Thierry. You can find Hug, and we'll answer to all the questions that you might have in regards to this opportunity. Also, in regards to the care home sector, we are looking to add value to you if you are a business owner and you are planning for an exit strategy. Also, we are looking to add value to you if you are an investor and you are looking for a strong team that is able to deliver the business plan and the growth, because the holding company is planning to acquire several care home businesses, and it's planning to have a strong revenue before thinking about an exit strategy. So we are looking here to make a good team, and you can trust all the team members that all of them are handpicked by Yannick, which is the president and the founder of the company, and also that he built a strong team that can deliver the business plan and can execute. Because, by the end of the time, after you finish the acquisition process, is about executing the business plan, and the strength of the team is here to exactly do this and deliver on what the roadmap is written in the roadmap. So we would like to say thank you very much to all of our audience that participated today, and thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy this time and we managed to add value to you. And because we are also at the same time live on YouTube. Thank you very much to YouTube also for your time to see this webinar. And we wish you a very good morning and a very good afternoon, or maybe very good night, because there will be some people from different parts of the world. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Yannick. Thank you, Thierry. Thank you, Hug. Any last words? And then we wrap it up.
The last word, I still like that, quotes received from a client. You care more about my business than I do. I mean, we do, of course. But I think where, again, the business owners understands what we're doing is that we're able to really, care, bring legacy, and we care about all the stakeholders, from himself, the residents, and of course the staff and the families of the residents. And also he knows that, because he also explained that we were able to see the red flag where they see a green flag. We're able to see the green flag where they were seeing the red flag. So we're here to really, strengthen what the delivery of that care home is doing today. Thank you so much, Florent.
You're welcome, Thierry. Thank you very much to all of you for your time. This will be a legacy that we give to the world, and this will be saved also in the cloud and YouTube. So I will pass it on the link immediately as we finish this meeting. Thank you very much, Yannick. Thank you, Thierry. Thank you, Hug. Looking forward to collaborate with you and make this story a wonderful story.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you for